So are you now trying to tell me now everybody into this world is not going to be judged because of sin, right?
No, they're not going to be judged because of sin.
So why are you expecting me to go to church when I don't have sin? Why are you expecting me to say the prayer of salvation when I don't have sin? Why am I saying all those?
You are born with the nature of certain iniquity.
Okay.
You are human from the day of your birth. That person is not guilty until proven.
Pastor, let me tell you something. So today we had an awesome topic, a very energizing topic. I wanted us to talk something about justification and what we receive from the resurrection of Jesus Christ. So at this moment, most Christians know that they are justified, or even most of them, they're living in arrogance. They don't know even if they are justified.
Yeah.
So we want to know, what is this justification?
Umeona mkora kishiko.
Uh-huh.
Nataka to explain in a modern, like I want to give an example. Mkora kishiko. Ndio? Let's say for example msee ameiba. Ndio?
Yeah.
So nasemaga that person is not guilty until proven guilty.
Proven guilty.
So if bado wako under investigation anaitwa nini? Anaitwa suspect. Ndio? So
yeah.
yeye bado criminal. He is a suspected criminal. So kuna kuwa na criminal na suspected criminal. Ndio? So that person alishikwa. Let's say this guy tumpate jina A. Alishikwa, si ndio?
Yeah.
Akapelekwa kwa koti. Si ndio?
Yes.
Na already kuna investigation imefanyika and all that and the guy kuna two outcomes at the end. It's either akwe guilty or not guilty. So justification means to prove somebody not guilty.
Okay.
So in this case, it is God who is proving you not guilty.
Not guilty.
Yeah.
So meaning that means I was wrong. I was supposed to be a suspect.
No, actually you are wrong.
I was wrong.
Yes, you are like, okay, we had already established that from day one, since the day you were born like this, you were born with the nature of certain iniquity.
Okay.
You are a sinful man from the day of your
from the
birth.
day of my birth.
So if kama you are a sinful man from the day of the birth, inamaanisha
I was wrong.
So it doesn't matter what you do.
Yeah.
So now the Bible says being justified freely. So we are justified by God.
Okay.
So God is always justified. And there's this verse in the book of Ephesians chapter 1 verse. It is good and there are 3, but main point is 4. Nasema, even before time, God had chosen us in himself. And justified us. To justify is to make us right before him in love. So you cannot justify yourself. You have to be justified by another greater being. Now we Christians, we are justified by God because he is the greatest being. Na yeye ndo akona that menu or ama your criteria how to make a man righteous. Ama the criteria that one needs to follow so that I be righteous.
You know, Pastor, this is what we have to know, right? This justification starts from the resurrection of Jesus Christ.
Yeah, true.
It starts from the resurrection of Jesus Christ. When he died, we died together with him. Then when he resurrected, we resurrected together with him. That is when we were made perfect now. That is where we were made, that is where we were justified. Justified means to be made right. We were made right with God from that moment when he resurrected from the death. Because now the Bible says new nature. The Bible says for the wages of sin is death. So that means according to law, anybody who has done sin has to die. So that's why Jesus Christ had to die. He who knew no sin had to die so that me and you can be justified.
Yeah, true. From that, the Bible says in the book of Hebrews that it is according to every man to die. So, but it doesn't necessarily mean that each one of us is going to die. No.
Okay.
So when Christ was on that cross, we were made to be one with him. So when he died, we died together with him. When he was buried, we were buried together with him. And when he resurrected, we resurrected together with him. And hapo hiyo ndio baadaye ile pia ile concept ya nini ndiaga ile concept ya baptism.
Okay.
Unapata si wanasemaga wakati wanakuwa chini you died with Christ, like ni kama wanajaribu kuactualize.
Okay.
Wakiuka ndani ya maji wanasema umekufa na Yesu, then kutoka ndani ya maji umefanya nini? Umefufuka na Yesu. So our justification comes in the resurrection of Jesus Christ.
Now, this is my question now. Everybody into this world who was born with sin is justified from the death and the burial of Jesus Christ and the resurrection of Jesus Christ, right? So right now, this is my question. So that means I don't even have vile mombi zenye pasa anakuletea anasema repeat this prayer after me. That means I don't have to pray that prayer kwa sababu alishakuwa justify. So what does that mean?
The funny thing kinasonga juaji. God is not judging any man today because of sin.
Yes, okay.
Sijui kama ukikuwa mdogo si tulikuwa na ndoa wakati when we were growing up, at that time we never knew anything. So especially me, because we talk from a religious home. So tukigrow up nilikuwa my Sunday school teacher kwa ananiambia that Mungu amekupatia malaika wangapi? Wawili. So malaika mmoja anaandika makosa umefanya na malaika mwingine anaandika mazuri umefanya. Ikifika siku za mwisho watachukua record zao waweke kwa ratili. So wataka file zako za kitu tumefanya vibaya na kitu kimeka poa. So hiyo point iki outweigh mbaya utaenda mbinguni.
Okay.
And vice versa utaenda hell. But that is not the truth. You see, like when Christ was crucified, we were crucified together. And remember this, that wakati Yesu alikuwa crucified, he was made sin, because the Bible says he was made sin, he who knew no sin. So today, God is not judging any man with sin. And actually people after Christ died and resurrected, nobody is going to go to hell because of what they did. So like because of sin.
Relax. So are you now trying to tell me now everybody into this world is not going to be judged because of sin, right?
No, they're not going to be judged because of sin.
So why are you expecting me to go to church and I don't have sin? Why are you expecting me to say the prayer of salvation when I don't have sin? Why am I saying all those?
So there's a difference between like let's say uko njaa. Ndio? Mimi niko na kondoo. Then I kill that sheep, right? Then sitanipatia mutton. Ndio. Hiyo mutton nipike vizuri na nipokea chakula na sufuria na nipatie sana. Nikwambia you have two choices. Either ukae njaa ukufe na njaa ama uchukue jiko ujiserve chakula. Utachagua gani? Ina depend na wewe. Ndio. So the same with God. See, God gave Jesus Christ and he made Jesus Christ live a righteous life for you because you cannot live a righteous life. So he completed every objective of the law. So that you, if you believe on what he did, you're going to be now that justification.
This is where now the belief comes.
Yeah, the belief comes.
The belief comes. First, you have to believe in what he did for you.
What he did, his death, and you have to believe that he is alive today.
Okay. And it is not all about the death alone.
Yeah, like Romans chapter 10 verse 9.
So now I'm not only believing into the death.
You have to believe on the justification because you are not justification, on the resurrection. Because your justification comes in you believing in the resurrection.
Okay.
Unanipata sasa?
Yeah.
So believe on the resurrection, that's when now gonna do.
Okay.
So like believing on the resurrection is the most important thing. And actually, when you think about it, see, Christianity is the only, I don't want to say religion, but as other people call it, and I into quotes, religion, whereby the person that we follow and they book up from the dead. Like let us go to Buddhism. Buddha never resurrected. In fact, we know where his body is.
Okay.
Let us go to Islam. We know where the body of Muhammad is. So let us go to Christianity. Like as Christians, we know where Christ was buried at. The location, even the tomb. But inside that tomb there is no body.
But si kuna wasa wanasema hiyo body yake ilibiwa ikapelekwa.
No, hii ni propaganda mistake.
So mimi swali yangu ni kama ilibiwa ilipelekwa wapi? Iko wapi? They said, oh, you know, the disciples stole that body.
No. If they did their homework very well, the king alikuwa aitwa King Herod. Peleka soldiers wachunge the tomb of Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So na walichunga. And yes, they tried, and okay, after he resurrected, because it was something that they had never seen before, they tried to cook up fake stories wakisema ati sijui Yesu sijui ati wanafunzi wake walikuja kwa overwhelm soldiers, and there were a lot of soldiers who were there. So it's not true. Plus we have the historical record that, but then let me tell you a fun fact. Unajua the fun fact is this: there is no man in this world and kuna a lot of records concerning him like Jesus Christ. So Christ, kuna a lot of books, a lot of research, a lot of records concerning him more than any other man in this world.
You know, even if you don't want to read the Bible, you may even go to the secular book. They're talking more about him.
Yeah.
And they will tell you this person was there, he died, and he resurrected.
Yeah.
And he went up to heaven. They saw him.
Like they saw him, yeah,
going up to heaven. So you can't tell us that this person never resurrected. He resurrected. We saw him going to heaven, and that is why we are believing in him.
Exactly.
Because somebody you may ask somebody, are you believing into Jesus Christ? Because you know, even believing in Jesus Christ itself, it needs faith.
Yeah.
This person you don't know him.
So
you've never hata ujui kama alikuwa, but you believe him.
Yeah,
this belief needs faith. You believe he was from Israel. Alisulubiwa Golgotha, akakuwa pale Jerusalem. You've never even reached Jerusalem. These are just stories you are receiving. You are receiving these stories. They are telling you, you know, oh, this man was here, he did this in this world, he resurrected. So, you know, at least, and I think if you take that history back then, right now we are into 2026. So we are like 2016 years when, yes, 2026 years when Jesus Christ died and resurrected, right?
Yeah.
That is after Jesus, right?
That is, yeah. Is it before, after Mizaliwa ama?
Yeah.
Let us say after I'm ascending to heaven.
After I'm ascending to heaven, right?
So we are 2000 years in.
Now, if you take this history, unaweza pata vizuri sana, no?
Outline vizuri kabisa.
But now take the history of your own country. You want to take the history of your own country in the previous 100 years or in the previous 2000 years.
Like Kenya inaanzia wapi? Because we are now Kenyans and we live in Kenya. Kenya inaanzia 1957.
But before your 19, hata ujui kitu gani ilikuwa happen.
We don't know whether this, hata tujui kama tumetoka kwa jina bila tunazaba tu kwa
because that history is not even recorded vizuri.
But yeah, Christ is
recorded. The good thing I love about Jews, Jews knew how to put their records, and they knew how to put their history. From the time of Moses, unapata hiyo story imekuwa vizuri. They were writing it in scrolls. That is why I'm so much open and with so much faith, trusting their religion.
Yeah.
Because the religion yao iko so much recorded,
iko detailed,
very detailed. Hadi ukianza na story ya Daniel, that is where I put my trust in it. Okay, if niseme we have different kind of gods, vile watu wengine wanasemanga. We have the God of Israel, then we have this other God when nilizaliwa kwa maybe it is a loyal land.
Speaking of gods, sorry to cut you short. Do you realize only the Christian God ndio anakuambia I'll make you worship?
Yes.
Like anakuambia like you don't have to do anything. All that you have to do is to believe. Kisha tu amini tu hivi tu. I mean that I sent a man called Jesus Christ. He came and he died for your sins. Yeah. If you just believe on that man like this, you are made righteous. And you're made righteous. And the righteousness that you have is mine. You see, like I want you to understand this. See, justification is only to be justified, like to be made right with God, ama to be proven not guilty. Justification, the sign that justification brings to you, it brings righteousness to you, and this righteousness, see only righteousness there any other righteousness. No, with that same righteousness in a God akonai. We know that God is right, right, and we know that God is God full of glory. Right. So once you believe on Jesus Christ like this, now umekuwa justified. Ile rashes zenye iko ndani ya God. Ama hata niseme ile innocence yenye iko kwa God. anakupatia. Mnakuwa shares, like it's like you and God, you share the same righteousness. So as God is righteous, so are you righteous. As God is holy, so are you holy.
Now, you know, this righteousness and this holiness, it had to come from somewhere. Remember, God cannot just say ati God amekaa tu pale alafu anasema I want to make this man righteous. I want to make this man. I want to justify this man. No. There are two parties. When you are a judge and you are solving a case, ni kumaanisha kuna the complainant side na kuna the other side. The other side. So you have to make sure all these people wamepata haki yao, not only depending on whom you want to give. No. So kulikuwa na your case, now we had the case of the other side, the devil's case. Unapata? So now God aliamua to make another way yenye the devil's side hata feel ni kama ako offended. Unaona?
So you have to be just to himself and also just
to himself,
just to man,
just to man, just to the devil. How? That is where the dead came in.
And also the will. You see, when Satan approached the woman, the commandment of not to eat from the tree was not given to the woman, it was given to the man. So you command the people? So the devil approached the woman because the woman, the reason why I give him a right because the commandment was not given to her, it was given to the man. The man now gave the commandment to the woman, like Ali passed to. So the woman never had the same understanding with the man. So she was an easy target from day one. So when the devil approached the woman, akampatia apple, sijui kama ni apple alikula, but hiyo tu ilikuwa hapa kulu. And that woman ate of that fruit. The woman again, because Adam was there, and Adam knew that this thing is wrong, but he still agreed na akakula that fruit, that forbidden fruit. And the Bible says in the book of Timothy that man was not deceived. It was the woman who was deceived. So man willingly, like alikuwa najua kile anafanya. It was a legal transaction. So nikunipatie, so nikupatie kitu fulani. Unanipata? So it was a legal transaction. So man gave his authority, his life, his moral self to the devil. But alimpatia his moral self, like everything that made him alipatia to the devil. So the devil, and you know the rules of the spirit are big. Even Christ said that you are subject to, like you are the son of who you subject yourself under. So if you subject yourself under the rule of Satan, you are his son. If you subject yourself under the rule of God, you are God's son. So Christ came and died for man and resurrected a righteous man because he died as a sinner. Christ died as a sinner, not as a righteous man. That's what the Bible says. He died as a sinner, but he was raised again as a righteous man. So Christ was also born again. So Christ also had to be born again. So Christ also was born again. So now after he was raised again from the dead, remember Christ already dealt with the issue of sin. So God is not counting anything upon any man, because everything was mounted on him. Whether you believe or not, your sin was already mounted on Jesus Christ. So the difference comes in what do you choose. The Bible says, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, that whosoever. So it's your own personal choice. So the same way Adam willingly decided to eat of the fruit, it's the same way you also have to willingly to receive this justification. You have to, it is a will, like we cannot force it on you to, lazima to justify it, no. You have to like willingly accept it, right? So that's why you have to believe in your heart, confess the Lordship of Jesus Christ, and after you do that, you'll be willingly doing it. The Bible also says you have to be baptized, right? So in you doing that, in you willingly accepting it, God amefanya justice also to the devil, and also amekuwa just also to himself, and amekuwa just also to the devil, because man was not forced to eat of the fruit. He ate of it willingly. So the same way with life, he has the power to choose willingly, and now that is why many are going to go to hell. not because they sinned, but because they never accepted the sacrifice of Jesus Christ.